Hi everyone, it's Karen on the Lake Stamper here in Grand Blanc, Michigan. A beautiful sunny day today, a beautiful fall day. Not yet. If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like what you see, hit it twice, you'll get notifications. Well, I know this is long overdue, but I wanted to bring out the Coneflower celebrations. It's just such a pretty, if you're a big gardener like I am, this is a beautiful coneflower. I love it. I have it in my own garden, and it's absolutely stunning with the die cuts as well. So this is what we're going to make today. I just love that we can add more petals to this. It looks so pretty, and we'll do a nice little flip card, okay? So I wanted to use Floral Impressions. Now this is this is one of those beautiful papers that if you didn't check it out in the annual catalog, you missed out on it because it's beautiful. So if you get a chance, you might want to pick this up for fall because look at the colors. They're so pretty, and you can use them right now, okay? You don't have to wait. And I think this is a really pretty display of all the beautiful flowers that we have, especially during fall. You know, there's some beautiful things. It's not just mums, but we've got some beautiful DSP. So I hope you take a look at this and check this out because this is what we're going to use today, okay? So what we're going to do first is, I've got a lot of stuff already done, which is great. You want to get, I'm using daffodil, and instead of duckling today, I want the brighter yellow. I love darling duckling, but I just want a little bit of a brighter yellow. So this is what I'm using. Now we're going to do 4 1/4 times 11, okay, for my card base, and we're going to score that at 5 1/2. And we're also going to cut, and I wanted to show you this. So take your trimmer and cut off. Oh, I know it sounds scary. Cut off 2 1/2. Okay, save that for another day. And now we've got a nice little flip card. Okay, so this is our base right here, nice and easy, right? So, is there something else that I have to cut? I can't remember. I think I'm good. We'll think, oh, one more thing. This is going to be, right here. This is going to be my flip. Okay. So you want to cut this at 3 by 9 and then score it at half, which is 4 1/2. Okay. So score that at 4.5, or 4 1/2. Okay. So that would be the second part that you would have to cut. Now, I already have my DSP cut, and that is pretty simple. Okay, we're going to just put this in here at 4 times 5 1/4. Looks pretty nice. Love it. And so we can get this in right away because we don't really need this as far as too much decoration. It's really going to go on the smaller grouping here. This is more of the background, and I really wanted to get the beautiful flowers in here. We've got this beautiful color here, all the petal pinks and some, gosh, it looks like Cajun Craze. No, Calypso and Daffodil Delight, Garden Green. Really pretty colors, don't you think? I think so. So we're just going to get some of this little stuff off of it. And this one here, a simple DSP, this is going to be 4 by 2 3/4, okay? And then we have the base and the first mat of our beautiful little card right here, okay? All right, so that's our base right there, okay? We don't have to worry about too much more. We've got everything that we want. Make sure if it's not glued down all the way, just take a little minute, put some more glue, burnish it, because that always helps. Now, let's get our fun stuff out. Okay, I've kind of took the initiative here and got a lot of stuff already done. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a couple colors. We're going to use Pecan Pie, we use Garden Green, and we use Calypso Coral. All right, so those are our 3Bs. They're upside down to me here. Let me and you can actually, a couple things I want to show you with this. You can actually make a flip card, okay? So I stamped this in Pecan Pie and then started doing just a little bit of shading with Calypso, right? And you can make a little flip card and you can put a little saying in there. But I don't want to really do that. I want to cut this off because I don't want this. I don't want it as a flip. So what I did is I cut it off. And we're going to end up cutting some other parts of this as well off. But I want this body of the card on the bottom. And my next one here will be Lemon Lolly. Okay, so I die cut this cute little die cut right here, which is this little guy right here. Okay, and then my other one will be Daffodil Delight on the top. Okay, I want it to gather, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. Okay, now the other thing I already got done here is I got my beautiful little stamen, and then I've got these already done, and I did the two-tone, so light inside that die cut, and then the dark lines is the other side of the two-tone, and it came out so pretty, didn't it? Now, if you are a person who loves to color, when you die cut this, die cut just one side, and then you can sit and you can color this all to your heart's content, right? And just cut this off. And this would be a really nice, easy to do. If you don't even want to use this one, you could use this one, color it, and then you've got it, you know, made in the shade. So, got these all done. I also stamped and then die cut my stem, okay? So, now what we're going to do is we're going to use my little handy dandy finger one. Okay, I've got all kinds of different blending, but I thought it'd be kind of nice just to do it this way. And I usually like to see how dark it can get, and then I want to immediately start to color this, okay? Now, don't worry about this part. We're not gonna use it. We just want some body to this flower, okay? Because it's the very bottom. We're gonna layer this, okay? So as we start to layer, we're gonna find out that, oh, do we want this color? Do we want? So this one here is my Lemon Lolly. This is the lightest one, okay? So I want to definitely give this a little bit of a color because it's kind of dull by itself. And I want to make sure that you can see through it. And I'll show you how we're going to be able to do that. Okay. And darker in the areas that you want, lighter in some other areas. But remember, this is going to be your second tier of your beautiful flower. And then your very front tier, okay, is your daffodil, all right? You can interchange this. If you'd rather have the lighter color, you can do that. Or you can use Darling Duckling as well. Now, I'm just going to, again, do the same thing. And you could use Berry Burst. You could use Petunia Pop is another real popular one if you want to make more of a cone flower. That would be even prettier. I love that. I love the cone flowers, the echinias. There you go. See, I got a little Latin going. Okay, so, oh, I love that. And then, you know, give it some more if you want, right? And give this one, which is the very bottom, you can go a little bit to the very bottom so you can get some of these petals even darker, right? And that's why I used the Daffodil Delight, and I did that instead of using basic white. Okay, nothing wrong with using basic white. This is beautiful, and I'll use this again. I'll use this, cut this area off, and then I'm good to go as far as, you know, starting to color this. In fact, we'll take this off right now. And I'm going to use that for another flower. Okay, now you'll see that I've got the first base, I've got the second one, and then I want to stagger this. I'm sorry, Lemon Lolly is my second, but I'm going to cut this off. I don't want him, okay? So I'm just going to cut him off because I don't need him. And because I'm going to cut him off, I want to be able to layer your beautiful petals. And what I'm saying is I don't want to line them up, because if you do, you can't see the Lemon Lolly, okay, underneath it. So that's why I want to kind of give it a second tier of petals. Like it's a very thick coneflower, right? And that looks pretty good, right? And then if the other one is, see how I cut him off? If he's still showing, just cut a little bit off. Who cares? No one's gonna see it. And I think he's pretty, but I want to tape these two together first, or glue, I should say. And just because I want to be able to see the lighter one and then Daffodil on the top, okay? If you wanted to do it differently, you'd see that this is lighter. You could do a lighter look, but keep the little top, poor little guy. But it doesn't really matter because we're going to cover that anyway. All right, so I kind of want Lemon Lolly peeking through, and if it's not peeking through, then just keep playing with that until it does, okay? And that looks pretty good, okay? Oh, perfect. Okay, so whatever I did, keep it like that. Get the glue out. Okay, all right. Gosh, that was perfect. And you can even tell back on the back here. See how nice that looks? And then take a few seconds. Don't glue the petals though, okay? See how nice that looks? Look at that. So you can really see the different variations and different colors, okay? And we'll do some more coloring before we end this here. So right on top is this little guy here. You're gonna see the bottom here. So take your little blender and just give him a little bit more. And you could have even used a different paper if you would rather use Petunia Pop or something like that. You could have made a rainbow of different colors of coneflowers too. So I'm just going to give this a little bit more right in the front here. Okay, whoops, it keeps moving my camera there. And just a little bit more. And just a little bit more here. Okay, that looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Okay, so now we're gonna cover this guy up too. And again, if he is seen, we want to just get rid of him because you don't really need him. But I'm using him as a base, so I know where to kind of guide and glue this down. Okay, all right. There we go. Looks like a puck. This is what it looks like, okay? And here we go, here we go. Here's all the seedlings in here. And what you can do with this after you have die cut this, it has little holes, okay? So they pick up and you can go through these intermittently if you want and just have them pop up. So, because it looks just like the flower, doesn't it? And it doesn't take long. And just pop a few of them up. You don't have to pop them all. Just to give you an idea of how that looks. Pretty cool, huh? Look at that. Now you just have to figure out which way it goes so it doesn't go the wrong way. There's always a rhyme to you. So see, I figured it out. This one goes on the top. So far, so good. I know, isn't that gorgeous? Every coneflower that you make will come out differently. It will not be the same. So just remember that, okay? So we're just gonna pop this little guy up. And we got a few seconds here to move him to get him even. You can use Tombow if you like. I'm just using regular snail. I don't want to get it real strong because I want to be able to move him around. Okay. And oh, I love the colors. It's so fall looking, isn't it? Time for a pumpkin latte. Oh, look at that. Look at that. And another thing you can also do if you're going to hand this to somebody is you can also curl these up a little bit so you can start to see all of these beautiful petals underneath, and see how they have different variations. And of course the bottom one has that nice structure of the whole flower. Very pretty, very pretty. Oh gosh. So let's cover this little guy. Again, when you're just doing a regular cut, just do pecan pie is what I use, just regular. Use espresso on the top here for the coneflower. And then, of course, daffodil, and then lemon lolly, okay? And try Darling Duckling. You know, it's called Darling Duckling for a reason. It's not a duckling. Okay, so we scored this at 4.5. We took some lemon lolly paper. This is such a pretty bright color, and I love this. So what we're going to do is we just cut 2 of these, all right? 2 3/4 times 4 1/4. All right, you need 2 of them. One for inside and one for the outside. Now, before we put this little guy on, they always put some cute little, you know, little dots and stuff like that we can do to decorate the outside of your card. So I'm going to use Calypso. Very pretty. And I'm just going to tap 3 times. I think that's a song, right? 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to put it, you know, just a couple different ways here. And let's do one over here. It's just for decoration. It just adds a little bit of excitement to the body of your card, of your base, okay? And that's about all I need because the flower is nice and big, okay? So, all right, so we're done with that. I think I've got all the stuff off of me. Now, let's start building this. You'll see that I kind of want this guy on the side here, all right? Whoops. And I was doing Christmas. Let's move that Christmas bow. That's a cute bow, gosh. Okay, so I always put the stem on the out all the way down so I can cut it off, okay? I don't plan on using the whole thing, so I just want to kind of get an idea of where I'd like to have this. And gosh, that looks good, doesn't it? So I kind of get an idea of where I want this little guy. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here. It doesn't really matter just because you know why. This is going to cover it. So we're going to just give him a little bit more excitement here, right about there. That looks great. Okay. It's got a nice body to it. It's really nice, and it's got some substance to this flower. It's not some wimpy flower, right? So we're just going to, no wimpy flowers, no. Nice angle, love that. Now we can start to glue this down if we'd like. Love that. Okay, there we go. Now I have my 2 beautiful leaves that I did with the 2-tone. The veins are the dark side, and then the body of the leaf is the light side of the 2-tone paper. Perfect. That way you're not sitting around looking for different colors of green in your cardstock, you know, stash. And you don't have to, you know, waste a nice big piece of paper for it, right? I had some leftovers, so that's always nice. And then I'm just going to stick this little guy right about here. No popping up really necessary, you know, because this whole thing is popped up, so we don't have to do too much. Now, don't forget Winka Stella. Stella! I love Stella. Stella just really makes it work, doesn't it? And I'm loving, and you can, you know, put some Winka Stella on the bottom of these, in the middle, anywhere that you want to see a little bit of shine, okay? And man, that's so pretty. That is so pretty. And then we can add some more in just a second. Okay, now that is gorgeous, right? So take your little paper here, and gosh, that's so pretty. Oh, And we're going to fluff him up in a minute here. I forgot I have to put him flat for a second. It's like when you get your hair done. Oh, you got to fluff it up again. Okay, so that looks fantastic. Okay, love it. Love. And it's okay that it goes off this because remember, you have a card that it goes on. So, you know, don't even worry about that. Okay. Now that looks gorgeous. Now, here's the body of our card. Okay. Looks pretty good to me. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Now, what I do is I just eyeball it. Okay. But before we do that, look what I almost forgot to take off. Yep. Don't forget, once you have that green, just go on the opposite side, cut it right off, and it looks like it's just coming right off the page. So pretty. Okay, now, when I'm gluing this down, the sentiment will be inside here. I just want to kind of eyeball it. This is where I kind of would like to have it. Put that exactly right about there. Looks good, right? Before you put it all the way down. Get it kind of even. And that looks great. Doesn't it? Oh my gosh, that looks so nice. Oh my gosh, that looks great. Okay. Doesn't that look pretty? And then fluff up your little guys right there, right? That definitely needs a little TLC. Oh, I love it. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to use this Coneflower, but we're going to do like a second generation, right? So take your pecan pie out. Get yourself a scrap piece of paper, which I did. All right, and we're just going to... Isn't that pretty? That's so pretty. And then we're just going to line it up. All right, line it up. Oh, it's so nice. It's just faded is what I really wanted. I don't want it really, you know, harsh. But isn't that so pretty? And then what you also want to do is, now that you've got this out, you may as well continue. You don't have to do a second generation if you don't want to, and I'll show you the difference. You always want to put something out on the envelope. I always go on an angle. You don't have to get the whole thing. And that looks gorgeous. I mean, that's so pretty. So take a few seconds and let's do it for this one as well, since I'm doing a couple of these. And that's not using any generation, but you know, you should always put a little jewelry on your envelopes. Right? Let's see. I'm going to put It's Your Day instead. You know, it's nice and big and you can see it. Now that we had the very light of the beautiful Coneflower, I'm just going to put that right on top of it, okay? Or right over it. Just so it's a very nice, you know, and then you can write something right there at the bottom. It's your day. That's stunning. Love it. And we're just going to put this little guy right here. Oh, that's beautiful. Stunning. Okay. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Now, let's get some decorations on it, little embellishments. It's always pretty with embellishments, don't you think? And then I'm just going to add, really, it looks like the beautiful colors here. I'm loving these colors, aren't you? And there we go. This is Timid Tiger, and it just blends so nicely, doesn't it? I love that. It's so pretty. Now, the other one I did put a ribbon on. You don't have to if you don't want to. So this is one without a ribbon. But you could decorate with a smaller, just a very small ribbon and just do something like this where you tie it. And then you have a nice little decor right there. Okay. And that's something we could do at a later time. What a great idea. Anyway, I know I always think of something after I've already done the whole card. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you check out the Coneflowers and the floral impressions. They're absolutely stunning. All right, take care. Have a great day. Happy crafting.